Okay, welcome everyone to this special live session we have prepared for you together with our friends at Merch One. That we're going to be introducing them very shortly. This is going to be a extra live session about Mother's Day because we thought Merch One has amazing and unique products that we wanted to feature today with you. So they're going to be also giving more details because they are the experts. Nevertheless, we have a team behind stage together with Josefina and Joffrey on the chat, and we're going to be also presenting the Merch One team. And together with you, Jose, I'm going to be co-hosting today. And just to go straight to the agenda, today we're going to be meeting our partner, talking to Elena from Merch One. You all know her, you have seen her in previous specials, and is a familiar face and friends of us. She's going to be telling you all about Mother's Day 2025 collection and telling you a bit more about design ideas for your products, the special products they recommend, and a very thorough study they have done about customers and buyer persona. We're going to do a couple of tutorials on how to create and sell personalized products with Merch One and Customily. And of course, we have a space for Q&A, as always, at the end. So that's today's agenda. We are going to get started right away, presenting Elena, Marketing Manager at Merch One.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Jose. Thank you for introduction. Very happy to be here again in a happy event of Mother's Day. Quite excited to share the insights.
Well, welcome, Alina. And also we have Baiba on the chat together with our team answering questions about Merch One and preparing the Q&A for later. So welcome to her also. And well, Alina, thank you again for this great opportunity to meet up and join forces. We thought this could be like the best coronation for our Mother's Day campaign. And I think you're going to provide a lot of useful information today.
Yes, I will definitely try to do so. As I said, your questions are very welcome. I'll do my best to share something that you can use for the upcoming Mother's Day.
No doubt of that. All right, the stage is yours and the control of the presentation as well.
Okay. See you in a bit. Hi again, everyone. As Jose already introduced me, I will talk about Mother's Day audience today, and more specifically, who is buying. Because what is curious about this date, unlike other key e-commerce dates, for example, Christmas season, in Mother's Day, males take, I'd say, a leading or majority role in purchase decisions. Why? The reason is actually quite simple. They are buying gifts not just to celebrate their wives, their own mothers, their grandmothers, but also buying the gifts on behalf of their kids. So, of course, we all know that until a certain age, a kid is not yet able to get their own budget. So the fathers are the logical choice to help them with this. And then why we wanted to spotlight it, because the way man might pick the gifts could be slightly different than for female, and they might prioritize different things in the process. Also, they might react differently to different kind of messaging. So this is definitely something you should consider when setting up your campaigns, for example, for your Mother's Day listings. We did compile some key facts and points to consider. So what we've seen in stats, and one of the main resources we used is National Retail Association. The dominant age range for the man buying gifts during the Mother's Day is 25 to 45-year-old. This is also a group that kind of aligns with the economically active group in the population in general. And the average expenditure is quite impressive actually for the Mother's Day. They spend on average 300 plus dollars. So it just shows that they do care a lot, that they find something special and personal for the women around them.
I
And
think
as for
it gives.
yes,
I think it tells you that the gift for Mother's Day is just not an ordinary gift. It usually comes,
yes,
including competing with a birthday gift. I mean, we're talking about jewelry, we're talking about bags or clothing that it's well gives that average expenditure, which is pretty impressive, like you said.
I think you're leading to the a logical answer to this is the personal gift. So personal means something that you really thought about. You've cared that it's something special and unique for the person you're giving the gift to. So I think this is why apps like you guys, Customily, is the perfect fit for e-commerce sellers for these kind of events, because they just give that access to personalization in such a easy and varied way. But that leads me to the pain point of that man buyer husband persona. Let's call them that, husband father persona, also a son actually. That's
Segment like me, like for example.
yeah, 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 yeah. Let's take Jose as that buyer persona, as a prototype. That uniqueness and uniqueness and sort of something different about the product is definitely something they will prioritize when selecting a gift during the Mother's Day. I will go into more detail in the next slide, but before I do, I wanted to spotlight the other buying persona, of course, the women. But there's a slight tweak there, because they are, of course, buying the gifts for their own mothers, for their sisters, for their friends. So their recipient list is a much longer one than the male one, for the reason that they really want to show the care for the other woman around there. I think it's the message that counts really during this e-commerce date. And the difference between these two personas is that in those pain points, that the female buyers are mostly worried about the recipient list. So how will they cover the full list, that the recipient, all the female around them, that are mothers, that they want to celebrate, and kind of try to also fit into their budget. So the approaches will be slightly different there, and how to appeal with your offering to these two main buyer personas. And also, of course, by default, the messaging, how you reach these two audiences. But going into a bit more detail for the husbands and the fathers and that male prototype. So basically, Jose, less is more. So basically, don't overwhelm them with a choice. Select few products that you can base on valid research that you know will work for them, and offer 1 to 3 personalization aspects, but don't go over the board, because they will just get confused. It will seem too complicated for them, and they will just drop out. So less is more, definitely in this case.
And
While for
the example with the kid is exactly like that. If Elena mentioned, you're mostly purchasing along with your kids because it's a joint gift.
yes,
So customization should be very important, and we'll let the children participate. So many options will definitely get a bit
very good point.
like the person there with the eyes wide open.
Very good point. Very good point. And yeah, just really keep it simple to make this process as easy as possible for the man to really pick the gift together with the kids. And for the female buyer, our suggestion, judging from the stats we see, is try bundles, because through bundles they can cover several recipients. So basically, you can increase your cart value, while the buyer can also just tap on several gifts at once. So that could really kind of ease their worry that they have to get those several gifts. And of course, personalize each with the help of Customly is just the perfect combo for them. These are the two conclusions we can make from the stats we see about the audience. But this is not it, because we have another buyer persona which has disappeared from my slide, but doesn't matter. For some reason, the slide has disappeared, but I will tell you about it anyways. It's the pet moms. Why the pet moms? Oh
Mhm.
no, there it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There it is. The pet moms, it's a rising trend, and it's a logical one, just seeing how this audience grows. The reasons for it are varied, but mostly it's also linked to the general sort of lifestyle changes, and also the raising costs. So a lot of people choose to have smaller families, and pets are that care person that they go for. And the rising trend is that pet owners really personalize their pets to the level that they consider them as important as their children or other close family members. And once we do care about someone, something in our lives, of course, we want to do utmost best to please them and then make them happy, but also cherish that sentiment as such. So this pet mom movement, if you may say, is also an audience you can definitely explore and consider as something new, and then see if it works for your product listings. There's definitely audience for it, and personalization just works because of that the personalization trend per se with pet owners. We've added some stats here we could find on the trend. But if you also go through the main social channels like TikTok, Instagram, you will definitely see a lot of content on the under these hashtags, and then it can just give you some feeling around this audience if it's totally new to you. Also, of course, the product listing might differ slightly here, because the pet mom might buy the gift for themselves and also for the pet. So it's kind of a mixed one. But the good news is that in terms of personalization, you could really play around. So you can even personalize to the breed of the specific pet, a dog or a cat, or in this case, we spotlighted dogs. From a personal experience, I can tell you, I have Ziggy at home. He's a King Charles Cavalier. I do consider him my furry son. I have a real one as well, but I love them both. And I totally understand this trend. So for those who do not have pets, it might seem slightly weird, but believe you me, it's just it's just the pets are that joy and you always want in your life. So I totally see why this is a hot trend
Yeah,
for audience.
definitely. And the phrase you put at the very last line there, what Mother's Day is just for moms anymore, but for all those nurturing figures. I think
Exactly.
it summarizes what we have been trying to transmit in the previous live sessions about Mother's Day, when we're trying to recommend merchants to expand the mom universe to
Yeah.
beyond the classic mother, because like you may have rising mothers, or nurturing mothers, people who have been important figures while you were growing up, since your
Mm.
childhood. So mothers can be neighbors, can be aunts, can be mother-in-laws. It could even be godmothers. So there's a lot of figures that go
Yeah.
beyond the blood link. And pet moms are definitely something very important, not just because, well, in the case of Alina, it's a feeling sometimes, but also it's a need for some people. There are company pets, company dogs that are emotional supports. You can see them on the street, you can see them on amusement
Exactly.
parks. They actually let some company dogs to go into even roller coasters. I have seen that. So how can you deny such a bond between a person and an animal if you actually it's a mutual need? So definitely this I think it's the best phrase to condensate this expansion of the mom universe that we have been preaching about.
Yeah. I totally on that point. And, yeah, I think it's also for any e-commerce sellers who've been out there for a while. It's always interesting to explore new audiences and see if you can jump on a certain trend and really dig through the audience to understand what will resonate with them and then what will work. So it's just also really quite exciting and interesting. Um, yeah, so moving on, as you promised the audience, I will also quickly introduce you to our Mother's Day collection 2025. When we put this collection together with the team, what we did prioritize are these audience personas I just talked about. So we thought about the products that could really convey that uniqueness and then personal message. And I think most of our collections, of course, include canvases as well, because we're experts in wall decor print on demand. But canvases are also perfect for gifts because they have a high perceived value. So basically, if someone gives you a canva, it just shows that they spend some time thinking what should be on that canva, because if you give someone a Canva, you believe it should be put on a wall. So you would love to look at it. So it has a lot of kind of uh, what might seem as logical points, but from a gift giver point of view, it really just the product itself already signifies um, special unique elements to a gift. And of course canvas vary in the size, mind you, bigger better. So you can never go wrong with the size, the bigger the better. And then continuing slightly with the wall decor products, wanted to spotlight two more. First one is the metal door plates. We think it's a cute one for those pet moms, as you can use it in a more traditional sense, as a unique element to the doors in your house. So it doesn't need to be just an outdoor element. You can also use it inside your house. But it's a very nice product. Metal prints per se, they look kind of premium. They're
Mm.
very
Yeah,
neat.
we
Neat.
mentioned that also on kitchens. It's very common to have wall art on kitchens to express certain phrases that resonate with the family concept on cooking or spending time together.
Definitely.
So yeah,
Yeah. And
I
because
saw
it's
that.
metal, it doesn't react to moisture that you sometimes might have in the kitchen because of the actual cooking. So it's yeah, definitely fits any environment because metal is such a durable material. Yeah, it would be also a very nice nice choice for these kind of quotes or funny inside jokes for the family, for example, and then even the favorite recipe actually. So it depends who prefers what. But yeah, coming back to the collection itself, then the other product here we also spotlighted was Passepartout. It has this white space between the frame and the actual design, and it just gives that more classic feel, a more premium one, and then gives that neutral background to the design itself. So yeah, just a sleeker version of a framed Canva. Really, I personally love that product.
Yeah, in fact, it's not
Um,
very common to have products with Passepartout included, so it's a very interesting new product. Most
yeah,
framed posters will have with the with the image and the frame. Sometimes they don't react well together. I mean, react in the sense of aesthetics. So the
Mhm.
Passport 2 is also a very nice thing to separate frame from content. And it's not very common as a POD product. So this is very, very interesting and attractive, definitely this time of the year.
And of course, you can change the frame color. So here we have black, but there's a variety of choices you can have. Moving on, textiles. I think it's a natural also for the Mother's Day collection. T-shirt is a traditional choice, but I want to spotlight here the tote bag. I don't know about your side of the world, but in our side of the world, usually female is the main person going food shopping. So we thought we are gonna play around the shopping bag aspect. We thought it's kind of cute, and you can really play around with the messaging, and it just makes this everyday item more personal and nicer. And then since it's a mundane thing you would do every day, just the bag makes it more fun, I guess. Well, at least it would be in my personal case. So we thought it's kind of
On
a
on my
nice
side
choice.
of the planet, these kind of tote bags are very common when you go to the street markets. They have groceries and they have
Yeah.
especially fruits and vegetables and small household appliances bottle openers and those kind of things. The showcase arena for these kind of tote bags is actually on the weekends and on street markets, but it's also very public and very interesting. So if you have distinguishable tote bags, is also very cool. Not just the regular supermarket brand tote
Yeah.
bags you will pick for those kind of activities, right?
I really love how you spotlight the use cases.
Mhm.
It does kind of make just as you said, we all have that regular supermarket brand bag at
Yeah.
home, but this is just
Yeah, and
it's
we
so
mentioned
special.
these use cases because actually it's a really good way. Sometimes, like you say, okay,
Yeah,
you're going off topic. No, we're actually mentioning this because use cases are what inspire you to create lifestyle views of your product. I mean, you
yeah,
actually want to tell your shoppers where are the best or common
exactly.
scenarios to use a product, not just
Yeah,
displaying that floating around, but actually
yes,
being worn or being positioned in a common activity. So it's easier for the shopper to picture the recipient with that product.
exactly. Uh, maybe you have a comment on the premium blanket. That's the third one on this slide. We actually also picked this one. And again, a comment about the side of the world. I know on your side of the world, you don't need a blanket now, but we still do. And we will need it even throughout the summer because the summer evenings here can also be quite chilly. So just for reference, I'm north of Europe, so it is quite chilly even during the summer. So this blanket, I have it at home myself as well. So it's very plushy. It's very cozy, and I think it's the perfect kind of gift that conveys that I love you, mom kind of message. Because whenever you feel warm, you remember who gave you that warmth. So I think it might sound a bit cheesy, but it's really, really cute product. I love it. Yeah, we thought we're gonna spotlight it here as well.
Now, blankets have a very strong presence on the room, so I definitely get you that. The context is in my side of the world, we have blankets like 5, maybe 6 months a year. So
Yeah.
then we just have to flip them up and put them on a bag and go up the closet. So sometimes it's not the moment of the year to market this on my side, but definitely on the rest of the world is very useful. And like Irina said, a very nice personalization will showcase because you go into a bedroom and you definitely first see the bed because of it's the biggest object on the room, and you see the blanket. So they have a lot of presence, and something unique and personalized definitely speaks out.
Uh, Last but not least is our new addition, which is the kids measuring bar, and then we think it just is kind of self-explaining, but also fits so nicely in the collection because I think moms just love watching their kids grow up, and this is kind of a really cool way to, first of all, you personalize the product, and then you can also add on top of it. So you have the growth chart on it, and then you can add the dates with a pen for each kid, or you can have a measuring bar for each kid separately, and then kind of make the notes how quickly they grew. So yeah, we think it's just a beautiful product to market for mother audience as
Yeah,
well.
it was a great novelty, and we work really fast. Our team, illustration team, worked really fast to integrate this product with and also create cool designs that we're going to see on tutorial today, including the measuring. So you can actually you can then modify it if you want to, but the measuring lines will be included, so that saves you a lot of design processing. But
Yeah,
we thought this would be really cool to have it working for Mother's Day. Definitely.
totally. Okay, and then I will finish with a small just reminder about Merch One and our capacity and capability, because some of you might hear about us the first time. So first thing I want to spotlight is the fact that we have production sites in both US and Europe. Why it's important? We all heard about this e-commerce disruption, all the talk about tariffs, and let's be honest, we live in a pretty uncertain times at the moment. But this is why I'm spotlighting this, because our sellers do not face any of the disruption. Once you have a production site local, meaning in the same country you're selling in, you do not face any tariffs. The tariffs only apply if you kind of import from somewhere else. So it's not the case with merchant sellers. We have both production sites in Europe and in the US. And in the US, we actually have two, each on one coast of the country, so East Coast, West Coast, to ensure better shipment times. And the logic is simple. We also have an average fulfillment time. So once we receive your order and once the order is actually printed, it's 48 hours. It's pretty impressive if you take the general industry performance. We have a very low reclamation rate, only 1.4 in average, which is way lower than the industry average as well. So we are kind of proud of this number. And I think it's important for every seller to know that the fulfiller cares a lot about the quality, because the quality then reflects on those reviews you get. So we should care about it because we're always our intention always is to be in a long-term relationship with our sellers. So it's a must. And then last but not least is the integration. As you know, we're partners with Customily, so Shopify is one of our direct integrations you can choose, but we do also have an API, so direct integration for more customized setups. We have a dev team that can support you, and then also other partners with whom you can connect to platforms like WooCommerce, sell through Etsy, Amazon. So we are actually quite flexible with this. So just if you want to find out more, just give us a message, and then we'll help you, assist you how to connect with us. Yeah, that's the point.
In fact, that API integration that Merch One has is what allows you to seamless integrate with Shopify, WooCommerce, Etsy, Amazon, all platforms that Customily supports. You can connect through API in Merch One. So when it comes to
A small comment: we have a Shopify app actually, so you don't have to connect the API. You actually download just the app. So for Shopify, it's extremely easy. You just download the app and you're done. But yeah, API of course is always an option if you want to go
Yeah,
that way.
and I mean for personalizable products online, Customly will really simplify your Merch One integration with other platforms like Etsy and WooCommerce.
Exactly. Yeah,
And of
exactly.
course, when it comes to just marketing their products through your own content, for example. That's also something you can do with their API. Like that's
Mhm.
what you said, Alina.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, that's it from me. So I will hand the mic back to you, Jose. Go on.
well, thank you, and don't go very far away because we're just going to get your inspiring products and suggest a couple of design ideas. Remember that we are covering both ends of this personalization process. We are talking about the best products and the ones we feel are very interesting to suggest, and also what can you put in them. So we covered some products. We're going to mention this, but about the design themselves. Well, classic personalized texts are the most common ones when it comes to canvases or blankets. Sometimes there are cool designs with name blankets, so you can actually input how many names you want of your kids and grandkids. So classic texts are always a good solution. In fact, Customily offers multiple text tools, including the common text, the warped text, and the deformed text, as well as curved standard text. So there's a lot you can play around. Even we can have image-like text case scenarios. So putting up personalized text is just limited by your imagination. And when it comes to, well, these cases, we have picked some framed canvases, framed posters. We have, well, you can integrate illustrations plus text. Is very common when it comes to silhouettes and icons, or just any clip art basically that you can upload into Customily. And then having also photos, uploaded photos and text. Nothing is more personal than a picture, right? Especially a mother picture. So in this case, well, we have this very, very popular design of the letters MOM, and actually the O is a heart, and you can upload an image to each one of those letters. But just any collage or image upload design is always something that will work out perfectly well, because it's it's the best memento of that you want to offer your preferred mother, to say mom, pet mom, or regular mom, to say that. But well, the picture is always there, and if you actually want to uh, um, play around with the designs, including the images, we have pre-made designs for media players. This has been trending on the last month, since holidays last year, and it's very interesting. It's very used, and sometimes it could be the favorite song. It could be a well. Yeah, actually, the other day, I met up with a customer that was redesigning the customary design of the media player, because they wanted to have a registry of the song playing when during birth, the birth process. I don't know how to say this. Birth work. Basically, she played the music while giving birth to their children, and she had that song customized on a product. I don't recall if it was an acrylic or any product, but that was how they aimed. They wanted to aim that product to that particular target or segment. It's like the moment you became a mother, what were you listening? It's just quite interesting, right? Always keep in mind that what is it that you want to commemorate in your designs. And of course, you can integrate maps and star maps, so you can register the location or the position of the stars at the special moment that you want to commemorate. Maybe when you became a mother, maybe when you adopted your dog. It's all possible with our tools. And going straight to the very basic, the date, we can now have calendars. In fact, you may recognize this design because we did it on our previous live session. We integrated the uploaded image and the new calendar features. So these design ideas are just something you can get inspired on to either use the Customily designs that we have pre-made for you or create your own, and of course integrate them in Merch One products. But if you need more inspiration, we always have great ideas. We have official demo store, and in this demo store, you can browse around through personalizable products. And the cool thing is, you have a lot of categories to check out personalizations. You can have by personalized tool, by recipient, and very important, by print on demand providers. So if you go into our demo store and you look for products from Merch One, you can see a lot of ideas we have created using Merch One products. And you can see how we have created blankets, we have created canvases. On Christmas, if you recall, Alina, we had a lot of ornaments and glitter frames that we play around with those and created great products. So those are in our demo store, as well as our the new measuring bar. So check out our demo store and check out the Merch One collection. That's really amazing. So really quickly, we're going to create a couple of products because it is all about creating products, creating cool ideas with Merch One products and Customily designs. So I'm going to quickly share my screen and walk you through a couple of products. You will see this is really fast. The idea is that you can replicate this in your own store. You don't have to start selling this right away, but you can at least replicate to see how easy it is to create it, and then make it your own. Change it a couple of things, replace backgrounds, play around with the designs, make it exactly what you want to transmit and to offer in your own campaigns. But let me start by stop presenting and sharing your screens. Really, when I stop sharing the presentation, I see myself really big. So now I have Elena to to avoid that impact on the image, right? So let me share my screen right away. All right. So those joining us for the first time because you have been setting along with Merch One, and now you know you can connect with Customily. Well, this is the interface of the Customily app. We can publish and create new products in any store. We can integrate with many e-commerce platforms. We can also work with existing products, which is really useful. By using your Merch One already created products, we can integrate our designs. So it's really useful to play around with all the tools we have available. Today, we're going to go straight to publishing a new product. Okay, and let's say you already know. It's very important to first know what is it that you want to sell, and also what is it that you want to offer as customization. So getting into Customily will need you to have at least some things figured out first. What product you want to sell, which design you want to offer. This is very important because otherwise Customily will feel like a blank piece of paper that you need to start creating. So might get a bit overwhelming. So if you know for a fact that you want to go straight to the measuring bar, for example, you can go straight to publish a new product. Is the first option on the left. Go to Merch One here and start browsing around through all their catalog. You will see that there's a lot of products. We have products that are manufactured in the European Union, others that are manufactured in the US. So you can pick whatever you're going to be selling on different markets. It's very useful. We have, critics, blogs, and hearts. We have blankets, canvases. As you can see, we have Christmas ornaments, pillows, mugs. We also have key rings. That's very useful. Very interesting gift we haven't talked much about, but this could be really, really nice for moms. And you can keep browsing through because one thing I don't think we mentioned, Lina, is when we're talking about pet moms, and Merch One has a lot of pet-related products, like for example this paw rug. So you should check out some of them because there's a lot of cool ideas that go beyond the classic. but also coming up with cool ideas for these products can set you apart on the e-commerce. So going straight to the kids measuring bar, we're going to click here to pick the product. Right now, this product has only one variant, but if you had, like, say, a hoodie that may have multiple colors and sizes, you will see all variants here, all variants available, and you will be able to pick any variant that you want to specifically market on your product. We are creating a specific product in our store. So I'm going to stay with the unique variant and apply a design in here, right? So I'm going to pick, I can create my own designs. That's the really cool thing. And you can watch our previous live sessions to see how can we create designs. We can access all the tools in the Customily Design Studio. And also we have Customily Design, a pre-made collection. This is really cool when you're starting off and you want inspiration. You can pick any of these, and then you can even modify them. So we have a couple of designs for the measuring bar. We have one with a kid, and we have also one with small animals. We are going to pick the one with the animals, just to make it interesting and say our kids actually have a a favorite animal. When you pick a design, you apply the design, you automatically get this screen, and this screen allows you to slightly adjust the design to the product itself. Sometimes you will see that the proportions are not perfect between what you have designed and the product you're picking, so you can actually adjust this. So if I don't like it that there's a bit more empty space on the top, I can just make it bigger or smaller or so. And if I want, for example, let's say I want the animal to be on the very edge, I can make it bigger like this, right? So whatever you adjust is going to crop out in the printing file, because Customily will not only show you this preview and you will customize it, it will print out and send it to Merch One for production. So it's really an automatic process that helps you a lot, saves you a lot of time. I'm going to click on the confirm, and it will take me back to the product creation. I will double check everything is correct and click next at the lower right corner. This will allow me to pick the store. This is the cool thing here. In Customily, you can have one single account and concentrate all your stores together. If you have multiple platform stores or different platforms, you will see them here. So if I had an Etsy store and a WooCommerce store, I could pick which store I want this product created. And if I actually want it on free, I will just repeat the process for the others. Every single time you click here, let's say click OK, there's a very particular process beginning that will connect through API into the e-commerce and create a new listing, create a connection with the Merch One product, and also build out the files that Customily needs to provide personalization. There are only two files, so you won't have any problem remembering that. One is the template, and the other one is the option set. Templates is the graphic interface, basically what the preview you see on the front end, and the option set is what you're going to be interacting to personalize it. So after this is finished, you see that spinning is the template, and this on the right are the options. So I can play around with the options. Remember, the options are based on whatever you design. So if you design a image upload, you get a button. If you design text, you get a text input. And in this case, these options are from the Customily design. So I can click, for example, on the background of the moon, the background of the sun. This is the one we had in the demo. We can pick flowers, and we can pick other flowers. So I'm going to stick with these flowers, for example, and put a title that says, love grows here, and I need to pick a color. So depending on the background, you can have different colors, white or black. In this case, we can have another title like this, or this one. Yeah. And let's put a name on this. Well, I have some pre-made names here. So if I click on this, I will put this here, but I can actually type anything. Okay. And I can put like a name here, like that. And then, well, this design allows you to change the color. So I will stick with, let's say with this. And we can even put an animal. If you recall, there was a capybara on the demo, but we can have a lion, a rabbit, or a raccoon. Right. So let's say this is me experimenting with the options like a customer will do. But I'm all set and done to publish my product right away. So I'm going to rename this. I'm going to put this um, custom animal kids measuring bar. Yeah, you can change the name later on your e-commerce platform. This is like a really fast way to rename your product. And actually, if you click on this, you will save this customized version to be your new listing photo. This will be like your main listing. You can have multiple more. If you actually want to download another version, if you want to show an example of the lion and the letters and this, you can click download image and it will download a another version. This is really cool because it will allow you to create multiple mockups with multiple versions and populate your gallery. So I'm all set. So I'm going to go straight to publish this. I'm going to go, this will make it active and ready for selling. I can keep it as a draft, don't worry. There's always, Customily can run on draft versions of any product. So if you want to experiment this on the back end, you can do it all the time. It will go straight to my front end. This is my demo store. And I will be able to start creating. And I will get this pop-up. We can change the way the customization shows, but yeah, we have this all ready to go. Yeah, this is working live on my store right now. Really quickly, you see, we aside from the explanations, we created this in like 5, maybe 6 minutes, no more than that. So I'm going to play around with this a bit more and put the name again. Yeah, and I like this one. Yeah, so basically this one is similar to this. All right. Now let's create another product because if you recall on our presentation, we had also a blanket. Since it's a topic to be discussed where blankets are not necessary in my location, but definitely on Alina's location, we're going to create a blanket for Mother's Day. Before we jump back to the very start point, check out that Customily created automatically upon creating this. It created a listing in my store. Yeah. It created a template that I can edit as many times as I want by clicking here, and the options that I can also edit at any point. When I mean edit, I mean I can change the background of the product. I can zoom in on the product. I can change the titles and the thumbnails and whatever you want this to make the experience of personalizing unique. All right, and if I'm happy with this, I will go straight to the start. Very important. If you check this fulfillment area, not to be modified, but also to check, you will see this has been API connected to Merch One. So whenever you start making sales with this, every single purchase will create a print file and send it over to Merch One. Right. Let's do the same with our blanket. Okay. Let's go again. We go publish new product, Merch One. What will you say, Alina, will be a nice blanket to try? The premium
The
one,
premium one, of course.
basics, maybe, or I can just, yeah, we have a search bar. You can go blanket. All right, let's go with the premium.
There it is. Yeah.
All right, let's go with this one. Certain products like this one has multiple sizes. So you can actually pick which sizes you want to sell in your particular product. I'm actually going for all sizes, but this is very cool because Customily will create a template for each size, making sure that every single template will print in the exact size. It will send Merch One a 60 by 40 inch print file, or 80 by 60, or 40 by 27, right? So let's pick one design and the system will create all 3 sizes. Again, we are going to pick from our pre-made collection. And if you want to browse through specific categories, we have a lot of categories based on personalized elements, personalized topics. We can go into well-personalized styles, even certain products like circle acrylic plaques, dome acrylic pegs, and we can go to the very strong category called mom. This is what like the one of the last and most updated categories lately, and browse through designs. So there's a lot of cool designs here. Let me see if I go. I wanted to go into one that we play around with this because it had like a full frame. But maybe it's not on this category yet. It was very similar to this one because we like it that it could cover the entire blanket. If not, I will go all the way to the front, and it's this one basically. uh, yeah, and just double checking. Yeah, let's go with this one. And again, once I pick the design, I can adjust this to every single size I'm going to be printing. So this is my blanket, and you see if by some reason this is not perfectly fitting, don't worry, you can still reposition this. Make sure it will go into every single one of your size variants, right? So this is okay for my square blanket. Let's go next one, and the next one will have just a tiny bit adjustment like that. And this is very cool because it will save you a lot of headaches when designing. And the final one actually fits perfectly, so we don't have to do anything. All right, all said and done, all our free sizes will be perfectly adjusted. Usually designs are square, so they all need a bit of positioning, but this is the a very easy way to double check that your design will fit your product. So let's click next and click my store and create the product. You know, Elena, in the meantime, while this is working, we had a question that they wanted to know if the measuring bar was only available in Europe or also in US.
It's currently available only in Europe, but yeah, I think it's a question of time how soon it will also be available in US. But our US catalog is the one that develops fast, and we add new products all the time. So it should be available in the US soon enough. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you for that. All right, this is finishing. You see, it's a very fast process. Like it takes less than 2 minutes to create a brand new product, all ready for customizing. And you always get prompted to test out how things work. Okay, so this Customily design has the following options. You can set the flowers background, you can set the color background, you can set how many daughters and the title and the customization of the mother and the daughters. So this uses clip art. So let's start with like maybe this. Yeah, you see it changes very fast, very intuitive. We like this because it had all the flowers on the area around. So let's play with this, and let's say one daughter because we have up to 3 daughters, but we're going to say one because we need to customize every single daughter. So we're going to call this. So this is the title. This is something you can customize, like happy, right? That, and we can change the color of the title. Okay, and then the names will be, I don't know, and just to say something, all right? And then we can play around and customize the skin color of the mother first, and also the hairstyle. We have even categories because we don't want to offer all hairstyles together, so we split them into categories. We can have this, and we can set up like changing the blouse color, changing the jeans color, and then going through the daughter again. And the daughter may have like short hair in the same color, who knows. But this is really interesting. I'm going to take this like that. Okay, so this is how you customize a clip art product. You go through every single option, you see the live preview. And remember, whatever the customer personalizes here translates into a print file, a really big print file in this case because it's a very big blanket. And if you want to actually change sizes, you will see that all the other sizes were perfectly fitted exactly the way we put them together. Right? They all have different proportions, right? 40 by 27, 80 by 60, but they are all fitting perfectly well. So I'm going to stay with this one and save this to be the product image. Change this to, let's wait for this to save. Change this to Mother's Day, Mother's Day flower blanket. It was premium blanket, right? So perfect, right? Enter and let's publish this right away. Okay, this will open a product directly on my store. Yeah. You can see that because we have size variants, now we have variants to be selected here on the variant selector, changing the template each time so we print exactly what we need. Then we can pick this, change this, probably like that. Right, and you can start playing around with how many daughters, right? So if it's 3 daughters, we actually have 3 characters, 4 characters, and so right. But this is ready to go, and we actually, well, we played around with some designs. I think we had 2 daughters, but this is basically how you can quickly create a product. If you actually wanted to get inspired with this and go create something else, please watch our previous live sessions. Watch any live session regarding a specific topic you want to cover, specific tools we have, and you will see how easy it is to navigate our design studio. Okay, so for now, I'm going to open the Q&A time and see what we have around. I think the guys have been answering a lot of questions. We have one. Let me see. What's the best way for multi-language customization? On products for each language, or Dropbox to choose language, etc. So, that's a very interesting question. Depending on the product, we are going to see that certain products you can just translate the entire page, and it will translate your labels and your titles and everything. Now, if you have titles and certain images for texts in your designs, those will need to have multiple versions. So that way, that maybe you can have a drop down to select the maybe the language of the quote or the language of the title. But whatever comes into whatever has to do with the store itself, you can translate the page directly. Whatever has to do with your design, which is the content to be personalized, that will if there are images, you will have to jump through different images in different languages. If you have uh, um, if you have drop downs with text elements, well, that's something that we can see if it can be translated. Depends on the application you use to translate, but it's possible to handle multiple languages. You just need to cover those possibilities, whether it's you're changing a design that has images, or you're changing the way you read the information in your page, for example. Well, we always like to we have a thing with merch one in that we are able to speed time, and we are able to speed beyond the 48 hours delivery time, and whatever we customize on the live session goes straight to production and to Elina's hands. So we actually have manufactured these 2 products we just created, correct?
Yes, and I can show you the product
Let's see
itself.
what we
Yeah, I will turn off my background so you would actually see,
yeah,
otherwise it can be covered, right?
we
So,
crafted a measuring bar for Milo, correct?
yes, there, I don't
Good.
know, do you see it?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
this is the measuring bar.
with the raccoon.
And as you see, it has these kind of holders, and they work on magnets. So you kind of click them together, and they kind of grab the camera. The other one, you have to hold it down. And then I can
Pretty
also
big,
show
yeah.
you the blankets. As I said, my favorite one. So
And the
it's
blankets
quite
are
big.
one
So
we
I'm not sure it's
created.
gonna fit the
Mm.
camera, but
Yeah, but
as you see, it's really
Yeah,
quite big,
big.
but it's the biggest
really, yeah.
size. And because of the sublimation print, it's also quite good quality. And I don't know if you see it, but it's quite
Yes.
washy as well. So it's a
Mhm.
very cozy product. I think just in
Mhm.
time for Mother's Day. But the colors are really quite nice. As I said, it's the sublimation print. So on textile, colors look super bright and yeah, quite nice with
Mhm.
the colorful
Awesome. A new question
designs.
just came up, and it's also for Merch One. Does Merch
Yes.
One offer samples for a cheaper price?
Actually, we do have a 30% discount on your first order. Just actually for those test orders or samples. So go ahead and use it and try out the designs, and you can always then use that discount to make sure it's what you're expecting. So go ahead. It's when you create the new account, you will have the offer in the dashboard. So quite easy to use.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. But let's see if we have another question on the chat. I think they have answered many, uh, and but well, definitely, yeah. The quality clearly shows. The remember that you're seeing that on in your small screen, but actually prints out a huge PNG file. Not only the Customily graphics has a real big quality, but also we can export in the desired resolution. So whatever merge one specifies, we input that into our products when creating that through Customity. So you don't have to worry about the size, you don't have to worry about the resolution. That is all set
Exactly. Yeah.
automatically. Yeah, in order for that to work, and that goes for all products. So whatever you're doing, a Christmas ornaments or two-sided products, all that is all covered in the design. The idea is that you can quickly put together the design like we did, and know that, I mean, we did the same process we just did with you, and just created the print file, and that's what you see right there. No intermediate process. We actually did this like yeah, like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it delivered so fast though.
Yeah, that's fast. Yeah, people then demand the level of haste that they saw on the live session. Okay, right.
Yeah, I'll tell you we're fast. So
they, they, they,
there you
they
go.
take it literally.
Yeah, exactly.
For further questions, always reach out to our support channels. We have direct email to our support team. Real people, real names, always working for you. You get to know them. You get to work with them. You can always open a live chat on business hours. That's very important because you can get live support right away. And so that's very useful when you're actually in your creative process and you don't want to get stuck. Our live chat will save you. And always make sure you join our communities, because we answer some questions there. Other members answer questions, share tips, but we also announce a lot of new features, improvements, and special events like the one you are right now. So always pay attention to our communities. And I think, let's see, I thought we had another question, but I think we are about to say goodbye. But first, we want to thank, first of all, Elena for um, joining this special event, actually being the supporting person wanting to create this event, and we cannot say, we always say yes to you, because you have great products and you have great ideas, and it's really fun to have these presentations. So thank you.
Thank you for hosting me. So yeah, as you said, I enjoy these sessions a lot, and it's always fun to watch how you create something out of nothing. So it's really really nice, and I hope everyone just enjoys really the Mother's Day and enjoy the process of creating the new products. I think it's a really cool process, and it's so nice that you are always expanding the options that sellers can use with the design. So there's really no limits to what can be done with your tool. So yeah, love to be here. Thanks again for inviting.
Well, it's always nice to see your new products, and also, I mean, you provided great information for our viewers. Those who will be watching this later on YouTube, they will get a lot of information and a lot of real stats and processing that will help them. And like you said, I think it's really fun that the process of figuring out your products and figuring out your designs is actually really fun, and making them is also fun. I mean, you need to take it fun and think about the end user, think about the possibilities, and we hope what we did today inspires you. Thank you also, Baiba, on the chat. Thank you, Josefina and Joffrey, also on the chat, and putting together all the presentation and the event. And well, again, Elena, thank you. Thank you all for joining today. And well, best of luck on Mother's Day. We'll see you next time together. We're going to have another session together, definitely. And we look forward to new products, right, Elena?
Thank you, Hussein. Have a
Okay.
great one.
Thank you all. Have a
Bye.
great day. Bye bye.